Today's reading is Ruth 1 through 2. The period of the judges lasted 450 years, 13 judges ruling in all. And the theme of the book of Judges was that men did what was right in their own eyes. During the period of the judges, a famine hit Canaan. And then we are introduced to this man Elimelech in the book of Ruth. Elimelech was from Bethlehem, a place in Judah. Bethlehem was a very fertile place, and it was covered with wheat and barley. The name Bethlehem in Hebrew is made up of two words, Beth, Lehem, which means house of bread. Bethlehem produced life-giving bread to God's people, but it was during the famine that Elimelech gathered up his wife and two sons, left Bethlehem, and headed towards a place called Moab. Moab, unlike Bethlehem, was a very unsavory place. Moab's origin was from an incestuous relationship between Lot and one of his daughters. Moab was filled with idolatry and false worship. And historically, the Moabites treated the Israelites with contempt while they traversed the wilderness after their escape from Egypt. And if you remember, it was Balak, king of Moab, who hired Balaam to curse the Israelites. But we should note what God thought about Moab. The Lord says in Psalm 60:8, Moab is my washpot. God considered Moab his washpot. The washpot or the wash basin was used to wash the hands and feet of those in the ancient Near East. It was a basin and a large pitcher, and the pitcher was filled with clean water and was poured out on the unclean hands or dust-covered feet that then filled the washpot or the basin. No one would use the water in the basin again to wash. They would pour it out and get fresh water for the pitcher. But that's what God thought about Moab. And this is the place where Elimelech decided to take his family. Elimelech's choice to uproot his family from Bethlehem to Moab proved to be disastrous. His two sons died in Moab, and not before they had married Moabite women. Furthermore, Elimelech also died in Moab, leaving his wife a childless widow. Brothers and sisters, when you leave the house of bread, the house of the living God where you get nourished spiritually, you leave it for the contaminated washpot of this world. There may be times where you have a spiritual drought, but in a drought, in the house of bread is better than the contaminated waters of the world.